Welcome to the Let's Talk Food podcast, where we have deep conversations about anything and everything surrounding with food. I'm your host, April Fontenot. Welcome to the show, guys. We are starting season 3 tonight. Season 3, episode 1. And if you're a new listener, welcome to the show. You are in for a real treat, guys. But welcome back, guys. I'm so happy to be back. New listeners, I'm coming back from a hiatus, a break about 2 weeks, which was much needed, guys. I needed to rest my voice, meditate, relax, spend time with family, and get my thoughts together, guys. But welcome back, guys. I'm so happy to be back, and I know you are as well. If you are new and tuning in, we are oh God, like 42 episodes in, guys. Don't judge me, but I have done most of those episodes, all audio, and you can find all my shows on any platform out there, guys. But welcome to the show. A little background about me. I'm April Fontenot, a mother of four, a native Houstonian, an artistic chef, and I have my own food delivery and catering service, Coopie's American Cuisine and Seafood, right here in Houston, Texas, guys. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. But great topic tonight. Doing a different twist here on season 3. I wanted to get into more of the psychological aspect of food, right? Food and eating. I want to get into that more so here for season 3. And it may change up a little bit. I wanted to stick with for this season. But tonight, guys, we are talking about breaking the cycle and how to stop binge eating and build better habits. So for those of you guys that are like me, that snacks at night or binge eats rather, just try to eat healthy and find ourselves eating kind of bad, guys. Well, that's me for sure, but I don't know about you. But yeah, that's the topic tonight. I definitely want to hop into that later. New listeners, I always like to get a feel for the audience, and we just talk about our daily lives and what's happening in the news and different topics. And by the way, yes, this is the Let's Talk Food podcast, but we don't just talk about food and recipes. So, fun fact about the show on that, right? So, if you are straight looking for recipes, I don't know, maybe this is not the podcast for you, but I do definitely have lots of great episodes that you can go back and binge listen from on until now. There are some really great topics that I discuss, and I've had guest speakers on the show. And speaking of that, guys, I am working on a lineup now for this new season, so don't worry, got some fun things coming. Tonight is going to be great. So, oh gosh, guys, I mean, when I tell you I have had a lot of time to meditate, spend time with family. But in the midst of that, guys, it has been kind of crazy out here. Not only that, guys, I won't say crazy, but I don't like to come back here bad news, but we've got to talk about this guy, a really, really big star. And everybody, I know you've seen this in the headlines in the news, passed away, guys. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 54 years old, I believe he was. And don't judge me if I have the age wrong, but when I saw that, that just saddened me. I mean, we all remember him from the popular TV sitcom, The Cosby Show, right? I mean, very young, and he had a tragic death, accidental death. He drowned in Costa Rica on his vacation with his wife of 10 years and his daughter. So, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I don't want to come back to that. But, like I said before in the last episode, life happens. This is what's happening in our everyday lives. And it's very, very sad. I feel like I know these folks from growing up and watching the shows. I know I don't know them personally, but it definitely touched my heart. And I'm sure it touched yours as well. But yeah, that's what's happening in the news. And guys, new listeners, if you don't know, I am a movie buff and a reality TV buff. So I did get a chance to catch up on some more of my reality TV shows. Before I get into that, I saw this new show that's out. Tyler Perry, he has a sitcom already with the four sisters, right? And when I tell you, I'm behind on that as well, guys. But I've been keeping up with that until lately. But the Sisters show has a spinoff now, Divorce Sisters, right? And the interesting thing about this, a really big producer, rather, he's turned actor, I guess now. Devon Franklin is in it. Latoya Luckett. And then I don't know if you guys know from this show, Sisters, and there's also a spinoff of that, Zatima, and there's a really good lineup there. I wanted to check that show out, not only because it's a spinoff of the reality TV show Sisters, but it also sounds very interesting. And when you think about divorce sisters, no, it doesn't sound like a good topic or that we want to cherish or praise rather. But I love Tyler Perry. He has this great, vivid imagination, and I haven't seen the show yet, so that's next on my list. But when I saw the headlines and all over social media, I was like, I've got to watch this, guys. But yeah, so Devon Franklin is in it. And by the way, guys, he has a new fiance, celebrity fitness trainer Maria Castillo. Now, Devon Franklin, guys, if you don't know, he is the pastor. He doesn't have his own church, but he is in ministry, and he was married to Megan Good. So if you remember that, and they wrote a book together, The Wait, which came out, oh gosh, guys, probably in, I want to say about 2013 or so, but it's maybe 2013, 2014. It's a little old, but he was married to her, and now he has a new fiance, Maria Castillo. Beautiful lady. Quite a bit of an age difference, but something new, right? So I'm happy for him, though. I'm happy that he's given himself a second chance on marriage and love. Life is too short to sit here and dwell over the past. I don't know what happened with the previous marriage or relationship, and they didn't really go into detail about that, but they still are friends. They say or have love for one another, but both of them have moved on. I saw that and I was like, this is great. I mean, he looks happy. He has a new fiance and he's starting his life back. Yeah, so he's in the new spinoff, Divorced Sisters, which I've got to check out. So if you haven't seen it, it is on Plus, which they always want you to subscribe. So I think if you are interested in seeing part of that, they do always offer free trials, right? So check that out, guys. So yeah, thing on that, and I'm wishing him much happiness and success, right? And the next thing I wanted to talk about is, you know what I love, guys, the Real Housewives franchise. Now, I did finally get to watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 finale. And when I tell you, part one was pretty good. And you mean to tell me that Britt did not show up, guys? And if you've been following the show, you know it's getting real heated and real juicy, right? So Britt just went ghosting everybody. She didn't show up. Now, when they came back for part two of the finale, she wrote this really deep message to everyone why she didn't show up and how she felt like, they bamboozled her. I mean, which they did. I mean, it got really ugly towards the last few episodes in the middle of the season until the end. And, when people are fed up, they're fed up, right? But I've never seen the Real Housewives franchise history where anyone that's been on the show doesn't show up. So that was really, really crazy. And I've seen where some of them have walked off or tried to walk off, but not show up. So it had to be something really bad. And some really interesting news on that, which I find really crazy. If you haven't keeping up with that show, now Kenya Moore, one of the OGs of the show, got kicked off in the beginning of the season, and she put Britt on blast about how she was this porn star and all these things she does. And then Britt comes back and says, "Oh, well, that was made up," and she went along with it for the show. What? Are you kidding me? So I don't know, guys. It seems like they're just making these storylines and make it juicy, which is good. It's a reality TV show, but I was a little pissed off by that. I don't know about you guys. I was a little pissed off by it because I don't like how they kicked Kenya Moore off unless it was planned or staged for her to take a break, for Britt to say that she pretty much went along with it. I think that's pretty fake, right? So I was pretty upset about that. But Britt didn't show up. Gosh, guys, how Angela attacked Phaedra. I mean, all these different scenarios, I'm starting to believe all of it's kind of fake, right? And then you have Portia and Shamia going at it, and the list goes on. And of course, Drew and Portia going back and forth because she wanted to make music with her daughter's father. I'm like, that's just not fair. I won't go too much into it. You guys got to check it out. Season 16 finale of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I also got to watch the season 9 finale of the Real Housewives of Potomac, guys. Pretty crazy as well. So that one was crazy because Karen Huger, and if you guys don't know, she was going through some type of court battle with her DUIs. She had quite a few over the years. And this one was pretty big where the judge is just like, nope, nope, I'm not taking any stuff. You've had so many chances, but this one was very interesting as well. Like I said, I think all the shows for some reason now are needing like storylines to stay relevant. I think it's kind of weird, but that one was crazy. So Karen Huger wasn't in attendance, but she also did this speech video, with everybody saying why she wasn't in attendance. She's in rehab before she gets sentenced. And that was really, really shocking, guys. My heart goes out to her and her family. Sometimes, and we don't want that type thing everything to happen, but everything happens for a reason. Maybe this was a wake up call for her to take other people's lives seriously, along with her life. She actually stated herself, she was taking antidepressants ever since her parents passed away and all these things going on with her marriage. I mean, this has been really crazy, but that's the season 9 finale. Karen Huger didn't show up. We had Stacey Rush and her guy, and they were saying that that was fake. I'm like, this just gets great, So that's what I've been up to, guys. Just watching reality TV shows, doing life, and just hoping for the best. But yeah, guys, season 3, episode 1 tonight, breaking the cycle, how to stop binge eating and build better habits. So I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves and you've had time to rest and relax and meditate and just do you guys. I plan to start over as well. We have the school year starting back. And for you new listeners, if you don't know, I'm a mother of 4. I have 14, 14, 4, 4, and 2. And the 14-year-olds, a bonus son is from my husband's previous marriage. I have a 14-year-old daughter, and then we have the 3 small children together. The 4-year-olds are not twins, guys. The baby boys, one of the boys is born prematurely, so they're like 11 months apart. And then we had a baby girl later. Where I'm going with this, the school year is about to start, and my eldest baby boy, he'll be turning 5 on Monday, guys. So finally, I'm going to get a break. He can go to school. So I just hope that you guys are getting prepared for that and just living your best life. Life is too short. I mean, we have all these things happening in the news and just around, the world around us. So we've got to stay um, healthy and keep our minds right and happy. And if you're not in that happy space right now, which we are not always are, because I'm not always in a happy space, but I'll tell you, I've got to be strong, guys. We've all got to be strong for our families, our children, and that doesn't mean to neglect your mental health or your health at all or yourselves, but take time for you. And that's what I wanted to do, and that's why I took that little lovely break the past 2 weeks here. But I'm happy to be back and I am ready to go. So yeah, tonight, breaking the cycle, how to stop binge eating and build better habits, guys. So the article tonight is from Psychology Today, okay? And it's titled 10 intuitive eating tips for a healthier relationship with food. And we're going to learn how to stop binge eating and develop healthy eating habits, guys. So yeah, if you have your computers, your notebooks, pen and paper, again, that's Psychology Today. And new listeners, I always leave all of this in the show notes on my YouTube channel, which we're on tonight. Or if you're listening on audio on any platform out there, guy, I leave all the links and everything for you to reference back to if you're not able to look on with us now. So yeah, let's hop into it, guys. Now, this one I found very interesting because school is starting back. Have a lot of things going on in my world. I know you do in your world, and we've got to be healthier, guys. When I was on social media, and I know social media can kind of be misleading sometimes, but when you see all these people working out, we're not getting any younger, guys, and we have got to take care of our bodies and take care of ourselves. So again, that's why I wanted to focus on the psychology of food in this particular season. So yeah, let's get hot right into it, guys. So yeah, tonight I'm feeling good about that. Now I know that, like I said earlier, I'm not very good about eating healthy all the time, and I do binge eat a lot lately, especially sweets, guys. Sweets are for me. They're not good. Gosh, guys, I'll be honest. I'm eating heavily on sweets because there has been a little bit of stress. I'll be honest. Like I said, I have the small children and everything is moving so quickly, with my life. So I've got to do better. And if you're in the same boat, you feel me, right? So yeah, but anyhow, guys, it's going to be a great, great night. All right. So intuitive eating, guys, involves relying on your body's natural cues to guide your eating rather than following rigid ideologies or diets, right? Think of intuitive eating as if it's linked to better psychological functioning, reduce disordered eating behaviors, reduce risk for binge eating, and better behavioral health, guys. So there are many ways to practice intuitive eating, such as avoiding a diet mentality, and I'm glad that this article is stating that we have that mentality like, oh God, I gotta lose weight, I gotta work out. And I'm guilty of that, guys. I'm very guilty of that. But that's when you definitely start to binge eat because you're trying so hard to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, right? Especially me. I'm like, well, her body looks great. And then I think about, I have 4 kids, guys. I mean, come on now. And I know that's not an excuse because they're up in age now, but when you have a family the size that I have, you just don't really have time to think about healthy eating all the time. When I'm doing my catering and chef, and even with my family, sometimes I do healthy meals, but I do find myself binge eating. So yeah, you want to get off of the diet mentality, right? So listening to your body's natural hunger signals and giving yourself permission to eat what you please, right? So we've got to do better, guys. I've got to do better, right? And I love this photo here with the fruit and vegetables, of course. Now, I did eat some delicious gala apples for the last couple of days. I don't know, my body must be craving some type of vitamins. And I'll be honest, guys, I have even stopped taking multivitamins. It's been pretty bad. I've been so caught up with life and just trying to take it one day at a time that I do forget to take care of myself in some aspects of life, rather. So, yeah, I gotta get back on it. But this photo looks great if you're looking on with the fruit and vegetables. They have bananas and apples and prunes and so forth. So great way to start off our week, right, guys? Now this post is written by Gia Marson, ED, guys. Intuitive eating is a simple, natural, and powerful way to relate to food. It means integrating your innate instincts and your emotions, right? So if you have like your rational thinking process to nourish your body intuitively without the need for rigid ideologies that hurt instead of help you. What we were just talking about, right? Yeah, yeah, good stuff. And intuitive eating is a path to a more attuned lifestyle, and it's the epitome of good self care, guys. So when you rely more on your body's natural cues, you feel good, you decrease your feelings of shame and protect against pervasive cultural messages of weight related self judgment. Now, I'm very guilty of that as well. I even found myself doing that today. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the mirror. I got to lose weight. I got to lose this and lose that. Guys, we can't do that to ourselves. We can't continue to beat up ourselves about our body images. We just got to do better, right? So, in my mind, I have embedded from here on out, I'm going to stop talking negatively about my body and start thinking positively. It's not the way that I want it to be right now, but there is a way to fix it. Right? So I have started back walking and eventually I'll start back sprinting and running. But I've been walking with my baby girl. We've been taking walks, by the way, on my break. I've been doing that and trying to think positive and have a different mind frame. When you think positively, you're going to have positive outcomes, right? So yeah, I agree with that. This is definitely great. Now, recent evidence also shows that intuitive eating leads to better psychological functioning, guys, reduced disordered eating behaviors, and significantly less risk for binge eating and better behavioral health, which is a good thing, right? Because when you're stressed or depressed or tired or have all these things going on in life, right? We tend to binge eat and it also affects our mental health, our weight, right? So definitely want to do that. But yeah, let's hop into those bullet points here. So number one, you want to pack up the diet mentality and throw it away, right? You don't have to search too hard to find books, advertisements, and social media influencers who promote the diet mentality, guys. They lure you in with stunning before and after photos and promises of massive body transformations through things like magical teas and trainers. Though prevalent, this diet culture is damaging in undating you with false hope and moving you further away from knowing your own unique body. So again, that goes to what I just stated. I'm looking on Instagram and all these social media pages and oh my gosh, she looks so amazing. Her body looks so good. And then I have to stop and say, she had to go through a lot of work to do this. And she probably got surgery, right? So guys, let's not beat ourselves up. Like I said, we definitely want to do that. So keep in mind that the diet mentality sets you up for failure in part because trying to avoid thinking about food actually increases your food thoughts, right? So avoidance may even increase disordered eating behaviors like overeating and lack of control. So this is known as the dietary restraint theory, guys. Recognize the danger in diet promotions and throw the diet away, guys. They're not helpful and they're not hurtful, right? And the more you can reject their falsehoods, the more in tune with yourself you can become. So that is bullet point one. Number two, respect your natural hunger signals, guys. For your body to have the energy it requires to keep you healthy and active throughout the day, you need to incorporate a variety of foods into your meals, which is a good point, guys. I like that they're stating that because I find it when I do the fruit and vegetables, you can have a salad or, you can have a snack here and there, but mix and match, guys. I think that makes it healthier, more colorful. You're getting all of your food groups and you just feel great about what you're eating. But when we stick to fast foods and eat not so healthy, that could take a toll on our lives, our energy, way of thinking, or pattern of thinking. We have bad sleep habits. And I've noticed that as well about myself when I'm doing the crunch time for the podcast, juggling the kids and all the things I have going on in life. My sleep pattern is terrible, guys. And I'm still working on that. I have a lot of work to do with that. But yeah, definitely want to focus on that. So when you deprive your body of its natural hunger signals and underfeed, you set off a primal response that pressures you to eat beyond a comfortable level of fullness when food is available, guys. So when you allow your body to reach this point, you're likely to experience the urge to binge eat, which is true. Like I said, if you're trying to do everything on a whim, you're just going to throw something in your mouth to feel better. Today, I actually did that, guys. Oh my gosh. I think I went without breakfast and lunch until I would say about 3 or 4 o'clock. And not because I wanted to. Again, just life, busy, doing things. And before you know it, the day is catching up and over, right? So definitely don't want to do that. Don't starve yourselves, guys. Now, when you allow your body to reach this point, like it says, you're likely to experience the urge to binge eat, like I just stated. No, instead of depriving yourself, listen to your body's natural signals for hunger, guys, and provide it with the nutrition it's asking for. So instead of going to sodas or juice, sometimes we're not even hungry. We just need water. So drink lots of water. Try drinking water. That doesn't help, then maybe yes, it's time to eat, right? But I would say try to have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a few snacks if you can. And everyone is not able to do that. You may have different types of schedules, but if you can, or take snacks on the go, healthy snacks, crackers, apple, orange. You can also do peanut butter. It's a number of snacks you can take. Tuna sandwich, ham sandwich, turkey, instead of going to McDonald's and all those other places, right? But I think that's a great point. All right, so hopping along here, we have number 3, create a peaceful connection with food, guys. So that's a good one. We want to have a little peace with our meal, right? I know I need peace, but with the house full of folks, I only get peace when I'm doing my podcast, guys. Like, seriously, only when I'm doing the podcast. And that's why I have to normally do it in the evening, because that's when all the kiddos go to sleep. I got to put my 2 cents in all the time, guys. But yeah, let's recognize that food is not an enemy, guys. Rather, it's a source of sustenance, satisfaction, and even pleasure. With intuitive eating, you're allowed to eat freely according to your body's requirements, guys, and encouraged not to demonize certain food types or ingredients. When you deprive your body of foods that you categorize as bad, you ironically create a strong pull toward indulging in them, right? And again, just goes to show I do the same. But I'll tell you guys now, for dinner tonight, and I'm definitely going to put that on my platforms. I always like to post my food content tonight, guys. Speaking of that, even though I did indulge in not eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, I ended up having quite a healthy dinner tonight. And yes, I did have a bag of Skittles, so I did think bad. I ate bad just for the moment, but I love to let you guys know what I made for dinner. So I had something really great, guys, and I'm sure people do this all the time, but I did a pepperoni and ground beef spaghetti dinner tonight, guys, with black olives. And of course, I made it all fancy. And of course, your spaghetti noodles. But when I tell you guys, it was so delicious. Great meal on that. So I didn't eat bad for dinner. It was just during lunch and breakfast time. But anyhow, like I said, I just like to share that with you guys. But yeah, when parents restrict their child's eating, the child often eats more of this forbidden fruit and becomes disconnected from their body's cues, right? So in adults too, this can lead to overeating in the absence of stomach hunger. And when you give in, you are left feeling guilty, stressed, and upset, which is absolutely true because I felt upset for sure. I hadn't eaten, but just a little guilty about eating the Skittles. We don't want to beat ourselves up, guys. This is not to make you feel guilty about binge eating all the time, but it's to help you learn different avenues or different ways to stop binge eating so much. And this is helping me as well, guys. Don't ever think for once that when I'm doing this show that I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes, because I'm not. A lot of the time when I'm hopping into these articles with you guys, I'm learning as well. So new listeners, if you don't know, I am a science lover, art lover, everything that I've named at the beginning of the show, that is April. to the T, right? So I love to learn. I love to get down to the nitty gritty of things. And this is so much fun for me. And that's why I decided to do the Let's Talk Food podcast is I love food and I love to communicate with you guys. So, but yeah, all right. Next one, guys. Number 4, when the food police calls, don't you answer. Oh no, I like this one, guys. This one is really, really funny. And that's right. Because when we're thinking about, oh, I want that delicious ice cream and cake and candy on top, don't answer that call, guys. Do not fall for it. At least not in the middle of the night. But we've all fallen victim to that voice in our head that tells us it's okay to restrict our daily calorie intake or categorize certain foods as bad, right? That voice screams at you to limit your intake, shames you for enjoying your meals, and tries to convince you to monitor every morsel of food that enters your mouth. But guess what, guys? Those messages are coming from diet culture, conditioning that has filtrated your sight, guys. When you can counteract those thoughts with kind and loving reminders that your relationship with food doesn't include the opinions of third parties, right? You can begin to listen to your body and ignore the shaming messaging you've been bombarded with throughout your life, which is good, right? I love that message. I love number 4 because when I was younger, and I'm not saying I look bad, guys, I have a pretty good physique, but when we graduate high school, we're in our 20s and we're looking all good and everything's tight and right. And we still tend to critique ourselves, but when you get a lot older, you do it a lot more. At least I do. And I just feel you should not compare yourself to anyone else. Don't compare yourself to how things were in the past. And I'm very guilty of that, guys. I find myself doing that quite often right now. And I have to stop every day and say, hey, April, snap out of it. You are a different age, and I'm not old, guys, but I'm old enough. Different age, you have a family, you have all these things going on, and life is taking a toll. And it doesn't always have to be bad, and we don't have to not treat ourselves, is what they're saying here. Just stop shaming yourselves, guys. I'm here to do it. I'm here for you. I love you, and we're all gonna join this train starting today, right? We're gonna do this today. Stop shaming ourselves and get on the healthy train. But again, don't have that diet mentality. Don't compare yourselves to others and keep it moving, right? So your body is sacred and deserves your love and care. So however you decide to diet or eat certain portions or however you want to do it, just remember to exercise, get plenty of rest, and throw some meditation in there, guys. And a lot of people, when they hear that word meditate, if you're not a regular meditator, it's not anything bad, guys. It's not anything spiritual. I mean, it is, but it isn't. A lot of people think more so religion. Meditation is related to that, rather. Meditating is more so for you to find your peace and your happiness, and you can still spend time with God, but don't be so afraid, guys. It's not a bad thing. So once I start meditating and I do the yoga courses, and by the way, I haven't done yoga in quite some time, which I'm going to get back into it, but it really helps, guys. You're in tune with the world. With yourselves, you feel at peace. So meditate, eat right, don't shame yourselves, guys, is where I'm going with this, and love yourselves. Love other people. Give them compliments, give yourself compliments. And like I said, guys, when I'm talking about this, I'm preaching to myself as well. I'm talking to myself, but we're going to start this today, guys. We're going to start this challenge today. Stop shaming ourselves, stop beating ourselves up, eat healthy, but don't focus so much on a strict diet, okay? So yeah, that is number 4. So number 5, learn to revel in that satisfied feeling, guys. So part of your experience as a human being involves satisfaction and pleasure, right? Contrary to popular belief, food isn't just a means of energy production. Interesting, right? Your body is equipped with taste buds for a reason, guys. So allow yourself to bask in the flavors of your favorite meals and snacks and enjoy the feelings of satisfaction and contentment that flood your body when you've nourished it well, right? It's your body's way of thanking you for taking good care of it. So number 5 is pretty good. It's very short and simple. Just love yourselves, guys. You can snack. We have taste buds. That's what they're for. But I would say be mindful of how much you consume and what you eat on a regular basis. Don't go all crazy with it. And I'm not here to tell anyone how to diet, how to live their lifestyles, but I am here to help, guys. And that's why I have this podcast. Like I said, I love to help people. I love to make people feel better. I've had so many testimonials from folks that said they're eating better because of this podcast. They are doing a lot of different things with their health, sharing recipes with me, just doing a lot of fun things. So that is the reason why I'm here, guys. Like I said, you can only follow what you want to follow and believe what you have belief in. But if I'm here to give you some great advice, take it. All right, so number 6, trust your body's inherent full response, guys. When you're tuning into your body's natural hunger cues, you are also opening your awareness to when your body signals fullness, right? So learn to recognize that feeling of satisfaction when you're eating, okay? Pause and listen to your body, guys. Are you comfortably full? For me, I can answer that question. A lot of the time, no, I'm not. And again, we find ourselves binge eating, overeating, making second and third plates. And do we really need to do that, guys? We don't. But we do, right? So if the answer is no, it says continue your meal or increase your portion size so your body can feel satisfied. So if you do go for seconds, just take half of that, right? Not a full plate of everything. And by the way, a lot of folks in my home are pretty guilty of that. And I find myself guilty of that sometimes as well. But if we're going to start this new thing, guys, this new eating habit, or diet or whatever we're doing, right, or plunge here, we've got to do better. All right, so the idea is to be non-judgmental of your body's needs and grateful for all those nutrients you're taking in, guys. So if you want to challenge yourself, plan to have one meal without any distractions, create a positive environment, and set boundaries that allow you to truly experience the taste of your food and your body's response to it, okay? And allow yourself to tune into your body and provide it with what it's asking or of you, right? But that's pretty hard, guys, right? When we have our body asking for more sweet, bad stuff, right? I don't know, number 6. This is going to be pretty hard, for some of us. But hey, if you have willpower like I do and you are ready for the plunge, then we can do it, right? All right, moving along here, guys. So number 7, address your emotions with curiosity and kindness, guys. This one's a good one, right? Contrary to popular practice, food does not ease depression, guys, and is not a cure for boredom. Tell me about it. And for those of you that binge eat or stress eat, that's really hard to hear, right? Especially for me. And I'll be honest, I don't realize I'm doing it. And a lot of us don't. If you're feeling some type of way or you had a bad day or some bad news or even happy news and you just go straight for the sweets and the snacks and pop them all in your mouth, we tend to not realize what we're doing, right? So I guess that's what number 7 is saying. It's not for that, guys. We have got to do better. So if you are feeling overwhelmed by your emotions, ask yourself what you need besides food and find appropriate ways to cope, right? So sometimes that means speaking with a therapist, spending creative time with your favorite hobby, or developing a meditative practice, like I said earlier, right? To help you gain better control over your thoughts, guys. This is so important. Like the article is saying, and I'm saying, you will feel so much better. If you have not started, I have a great app for you guys, by the way, I want to recommend. It's called Insight Timer. So if you're ready to meditate, I know a lot of people always see the Calm for sure is very popular. There's so many other apps out there, guys, to meditate. Find the right one for you. But Insight Timer, it is free, and they do have where you can upgrade to the plus or premium, which is really great because you get access to all things. And they're not paying me to advertise this, guys, but I just like to always offer helpful apps and helpful advice, while I'm doing the show. So Insight, like something insightful, Insight Timer, check it out, guys. If you need some meditative practices, it's a great community. They have live classes that go on with different types of teaching from yoga, meditation. I've seen people doing manifesting, which I don't do that. But if you're into that, I've seen people doing manifestation. So many different types of live classes, guys. But meditating for sure is one of them. And there's also this really great married couple. They're called the Wakes, Wakes. I haven't been on lately and I'm so sorry, guys. They used to do Monday nights. And I'm not sure if they still do, but check them out, guys. The Wakes, they're on Insight Timer as well, and I think on YouTube. They do sound bath. When I tell you guys, if you turn the sound bath on and just lay back, and I always would listen to their live sound bath. Really great, really amazing live sound bath where it pretty much puts you to sleep almost. But they will have their Q&A. They talk to the listeners and everyone before they get started. And then once they get started, that show is beautiful, guys. So the Wakes, WAKES, is what they're called. But Insight Timer is what you want to check out. All right, so let's move on. Number 7, if you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions, ask yourself what you need besides food and find appropriate ways to cope. So sometimes that means speaking with a therapist, spending creative time with your favorite hobby, or developing a meditative practice to help you gain better control over your thoughts, guys. Now, this way, when you're eating, you can trust you're listening to your body's physical hunger, the request for nourishment and satisfaction, and not using food as a means of coping with your natural spectrum of emotions, guys. That is number 7. Number 8. We are moving pretty quickly here, guys. Your body's natural state. So when you're bombarded with images of bodies that don't reflect your own size or shape, which I'm guilty of, I've said it a numerous amount of times tonight on this episode, but I'm really guilty of that lately after having my last 3 children, guys. And it's my own fault because I didn't continue to exercise. I didn't continue to wear that wrap. And when I have my children, I take those. If you've ever had a baby, if you're a female watching the show, and even some of you guys that have wives that have babies, you're probably familiar, but they give us like these wraps in the hospitals we can wear if you have a C-section, or even when you after you had the baby, to tighten your tummy so it won't fall and look all weird. Well, my last baby girl, I wore it not long enough, and I feel a little insecure now. I feel like I didn't do a good job. No, I'll take that back. The last 2, the premature son and the baby girl. Well, she's 2 now, guys. But I feel really guilty about not wearing it. And so, where I'm going with this, I'm bombarded with images comparing myself rather to other women. And I shouldn't do that. I know that. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You look fine. And I get that. And I feel great. And we always still have some insecurity, right? So, not really insecure, but I would say I just don't feel like the old me. So don't do that, guys, is what number 8 is saying. However, just as your height, shoe size, and skin color are innate parts of your existence as a human being, so is your body shape, guys. So learn to pause and appreciate your uniqueness. Your body works incredibly hard daily to keep you alive and keep you healthy. So it deserves your gratitude and admiration for all it does for you, right? That's a great one. I like number 8. It's a positive message for us, right? Even though we are working on our diets and trying to stop binge eating, it's hard. I know it's hard, guys. We have got to stop beating ourselves up. So number 8 is great, right? So honor your body's natural state. And number 9, guys, move your body and note how you feel. So listen to your body when you move it, right? Notice how it feels after you walk around the block. You want to practice deep stretching or challenge it with strength training. Set aside expectations that tell you must work out for a specified amount of time, burn a certain number of calories, or practice a boot camp routine at the same pace as everyone else, right? So notice whether your body feels energized or depleted. And remember that working out isn't a prerequisite to eating, guys. Yes, your body needs movement in the same way that it needs your food, sleep, and water, but it shouldn't be forced into extreme activities. So I get that. And again, we are so accustomed to, hey, I'm seeing everybody on social media and all these different images and these folks promising, oh, you'll look like this and that if you buy my product, right? Well, like number 9 says, remember that it's not a prerequisite, guys. So take it slow, eat your meals, work out, but savor the moment and relax, guys. So with that, you want to savor the sensations that come with the sweaty endorphin release, right? So when you move your body in the way it craves, you also feed your confidence and further cement your understanding of how your body works. So these have been some really great points, guys. And I think we're on the last one, number 10 here. And before we get into number 10, how do you feel about this, guys? I feel more positive now about not only binge eating, but what it means to binge eat, but be healthy about it. So I'm feeling a lot better after reading this article with you guys. I don't know how you're feeling. And I'm also feeling better. Like I said, I took a break, guys. Season 2, after the finale, I took 2 weeks off, and I am definitely feeling it. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed the show because I am having a great time. But yeah, guys, get started. Let's take the plunge. Don't forget to do challenges, guys. So number 10, last one here, make nutritious choices. This is a great one, right? Redefine what it means to be your best, okay? Ditch what the diet programs or fitness advertisements say is perfection. You just gotta do your best, right? And instead, learn what is right for your unique body. What matters most in your intuitive eating journey is consistency, okay? So over time, you'll notice that the freedom to eat, what nourishes you is what brings you pleasure, guys. Satisfaction and feeling great about yourself. Taking care of your body means providing it with all the delicious, nutritious foods you need. And it also means enjoying that ice cream on days when that's what your body and mind ask of you guys. So you can still have your snacks and your favorite things that you like to eat. But again, just be gentle with yourselves. Be mindful of that. Remember, you don't want to punish yourselves because you're like, oh, I gotta have this certain body image or I have to look good. Keep in mind that we can still have those delicious treats and snacks and all that good stuff, but there's a limit to it, guys. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, the goal is gentle nutrition, it says explained here. So you actually enjoy nutritious food because of its taste. You eat play food when you crave it, as long as it doesn't make you physically uncomfortable afterward, guys. Okay, so just remember that. And your motivation for your food choices comes from a combination of a desire to provide nutritious food for your physical well-being and to have the option of eating something just for its taste. Okay, so you care about how you feel as well as wanting to have a satisfying eating experience. And you should not hold any judgment, guys, when you choose to eat the foods with the lesser nutritional value. And you're also aware of how your body reacts to the amount of these foods that you eat. And this is by Evelyn Trebol and Elise Resch. Intuitive eating. Giving up dieting and ending the cycle of disordered eating is worth the effort, okay? So just remember that. It's true that intuitive eating is not a quick or easy fix, okay? But the benefits of healthy eating, learning to trust your built-in mind-body connection, and intuitive eating will be an investment in long-term whole health. That is all for today, guys. That was a great article. Again, it's Psychology Today, and the topic is breaking the cycle, how to stop binge eating and building better habits. And again, I'll have all of the links and everything in the show notes. If you're watching virtually tonight on YouTube, that'll be on those platforms. Or if you're on any of the other platforms listening to audio, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, iHeartRadio, you name it, guys. Spotify, everything will be in those show notes for you guys that are listening. If you are a new listener, by the way, faithful listeners, you know where to go. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in and continue to support the Let's Talk Food podcast. I'm having so much fun and I want to continue to keep this podcast going. So, guys, please remember to like the episode, okay? Follow me, guys. I would greatly appreciate if you follow me, like those episodes, and leave some comments. I want to know who you are. I want to get to know you guys a little bit more. Yes, I'm getting the downloads, but I'm just not familiar with who I am talking to, you know? I love you guys. Season 3 is here. I'm ready to go. I had to take a little break, and I don't think I'm gonna take that long again. But I've had so much fun, guys. I love getting on this platform, giving you guys some really great information and talking about the best topics in food. Like I said, this is anything and everything surrounding food with the Let's Talk Food podcast, guys. But be safe out there, guys. Take care of yourselves. Remember to love your bodies. Binge eat, but don't overeat. You know, if you want to eat a snack or two, just try to be mindful of the time of the night or day that you're doing that. Don't overeat. If you need a second plate, definitely do half of what you had on the first plate. Just a lot of great tips out there, guys. Drink plenty of water. We're still in the summer months, right? And if you have to have the soda pop or juice, be mindful of that as well. You know, maybe 1 or 2 cups or one a day, or break it to one a week, you know? So we got a lot of work to do. And remember, guys, we are starting this challenge today. No more breaking the cycle. We are going to change our eating habits slowly but surely. Again, this doesn't mean to go on some crazy crash diet, but I want to have better eating habits, and I hope you do as well. So definitely refer back to the article tonight, guys. Psychology Today. I've had so much fun. This has been a really great episode. I hope you guys have been enlightened and you feel the same. Do your homework out there, guys. Love on your family. Kiss those babies for me. Pick up the phone. Check on your family members, guys. Remember, mental health is very important. You never know. You might be their saving grace, guys. But this has been a really great episode tonight. I've had so much fun. I'm April Fontenot. Take care of yourself, you guys. And before we go, If you are thinking about hosting your own show, guys, or thinking about having a show with a co host or a large corporation, Podbean is also offering 30-day free trials, guys. So use Podbean.com PBNew, and I'll have those links in the show notes for you guys. 30 days free trial on me. So if you are feeling froggy and you feel like you have something to share with the world, a great idea, you have your business going and you want your voice to be heard, dust those microphones off and get to work, guys. But yeah, 30 days free. Podbean.com PB News where it's at, guys. Like I said, it'll be in the show notes on every platform that I'm on. Click on those links you can do for your business. We have the unlimited business hosting 30-day free trial, or if you just want to be a host and have a co-host with your regular show like I'm doing, you can also try 30 days free. And what is that going to hurt, guys? You're not obligated. If you don't like the platform after the 30 days, you are not locked into anything. Keep it. But yeah, try it, guys. 30 days free. Podbean is where it's at. And again, like I said, I've had so much fun, guys. If you're new to the show, welcome, welcome, welcome. I've enjoyed giving you this great episode, this great information tonight. And I hope you feel the same. If you're new, I did 2 other virtual shows before this on my YouTube channel, but check me out, guys. I have plenty of audio episodes, also with guest speakers that you have missed out on. So tune in, binge listen from season 1, episode 1, all the way until now, and check me out, guys. And you'll learn more about me on those episodes. But yeah, this has been fun. This has been great. Like I said, we're going to do the plunge. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget, and check out the Insight Timer app for meditation, for sound baths, for the yoga. They have so much more. If you need help when you're sleeping, they have soothing sounds, just similar to Calm, all of those other apps if you're familiar with that. So check that out. And also, don't forget to check out those reality shows if you're into reality TV. If you need to get caught up like me, check out some new movies. I'm going to do the same because that's what I do, guys. But it's been so fun, guys. I've had so much fun with you tonight, and I cannot wait to be back. New listeners, the show is every Wednesday and Sunday. Unless I tell you otherwise, I will be back, guys. But new listeners, yes, show is every Sunday and Wednesday for now. I've been doing 2 shows per week because I love you guys. So yeah, Wednesday and Sunday. So don't forget that. And if there's anything you guys need, feel free to send me an email, guys. If you're looking to collaborate with me on the show, you want to send your listener letters, you want to share some interesting recipes, and don't forget to check me out, guys. I have social handles that I'm on. I'm on Instagram, and it's at Coopie, Coopies, catering and seafood. I have my TikTok. It's at Coopies American, and also the YouTube channel that you're on, which is April Fontenot 9354, the Let's Talk Food podcast. But yeah, like I said, on all of my social handles and the platforms that you're listening to the show, if you're listening to audio as well, you'll find all of that information there. But be my guest, guys. I love having guests on the show. I think I had about 4 or 5 guests for season 2, which was wonderful and great. Go back and listen to those episodes as well, so you can get a feel for my interview style, which will probably be changing here soon because it's a new season. But I have some good things in store for you guys. I'm in the background gathering some more guest speakers for you guys, so that'll be coming soon. But in the meantime, we're going to do our plunge and we're going to love on one another and keep the Let's Talk Food podcast going. But it's been so fun, guys. Like I said, I've had a great time tonight, and I hope you have as well. You guys have a safe week and be great out there. Check on your loved ones, love on one another, and be a helping hand to someone as well. Have a great night, and I'm going to do the same. And thanks for checking out the show tonight. Peace, light, and love. You've been listening to the Let's Talk Food podcast. I'm your host, April Fontenot. Have a great night. Bye.